and welcome to ADA Broadcast News. I'm Katie Farrell.
And I'm John Holt. This is an exciting meeting. More than 14,000 of the top scientists, physicians, and other healthcare professionals from around the world are here to share cutting-edge research, treatment recommendations, and advances toward a cure for diabetes.
Sessions cover everything from new discoveries in basic science to new approaches to help patients deal with diabetes.
At 10:15 Saturday morning, the focus is on healthcare and education. That's when Dr. Marjorie Cypress presents the President Healthcare and Education Address.
She has chosen the times they are a-changin' as the topic of her talk.
Katie, I chose this topic because I think there's a real sense of urgency that people are not appreciating right now about the rising prevalence of diabetes. And in my talk, I'm going to be discussing some of the challenges that we face and also some of my thoughts about how we can find solutions to some of these problems.
After the President's address, one of the first of several important awards will be presented. Dr. Katie Wenger will be recognized as the Outstanding Educator in Diabetes. We're pleased to have her join us now. Congratulations. Welcome to ADA Broadcast News.
Thanks.
Along with this honor, you've had the opportunity to address the attendees at the scientific sessions. What do you plan to tell them?
Well, I'm going to discuss diabetes self-care and some of the barriers and challenges that people with diabetes face. I'll also discuss phases of living with diabetes and then look at some of the characteristics that educators use and have to consider when individualizing their care and education for each patient.
What's your challenge to other diabetes educators?
Well, educators have so many challenges right now. I actually hate to burden them with another, but I do encourage them to consider the evaluation of education tools, to think about which tools work best for which patients. One size doesn't fit all.
Thanks, Dr. Wenger. The Outstanding Educator in Diabetes Award lecture will be presented immediately following the President Healthcare and Education Address. Both lectures are in room N134 in the North Building in Moscone Center.
ADA Broadcast News will continue after these messages.
A1C Now Plus is back. From fingerstick to results in 5 minutes. Demonstrations daily at booth number 2424.
Welcome back to ADA Broadcast News. Changing the conversation in behavioral diabetes. That's the focus of this year's Richard R. Rubin Award Lecture. It's presented this year by Dr. William Polonsky. Dr. Polonsky is the co-founder and president of the Behavioral Diabetes Institute in San Diego and is an internationally recognized expert on the behavioral aspects of diabetes. We welcome him today. Dr. Polonsky, tell us about your talk.
Well, I'm going to be talking about some pretty fundamental things about how we help people make positive behavior change. Of course, it's something I've been focusing on in my career for 30 years, and I'm really humbled by how hard it can be to really help people make and maintain positive changes to manage diabetes effectively. And I want to reflect on what I've really learned from my patients over the years and bring in some of the most recent evidence to talk about how I think some of the things that we've done around behavior change, that we've really almost worshipped about behavior change, may be really wrong and may be leading us astray. So I really want to focus on three major mistakes I think we've made and new approaches I want to encourage all of my colleagues to consider taking that I hope will inform and help both clinicians and also help my fellow behavioral researchers as we think about new ways to understand and approach and help our patients more effectively.
And this is a very personal award for you because Dr. Rubin was your mentor. Tell us about that experience.
Sure. I feel so honored to get this award, and yet it feels so bittersweet at the same time to have it linked to one of my dearest friends and colleagues who's not with us anymore. So yes, I've known Dr. Rubin from when I first started in diabetes, and I learned so much from him, and there's so few of us even now in the United States who have really focused on both research and clinical work as appreciating the emotional side of diabetes, and Richard really helped me and supported me through everything I've done since day one. I feel very honored and miss him very much.
And we congratulate you once again, Dr. Polonsky. Now, this lecture honors Dr. Richard R. Rubin, a lifelong volunteer for the ADA and a past president, healthcare and education. Dr. Polonsky presents the lecture at 1:45 Saturday afternoon. That's in room N120 in the North Building. The emphasis Saturday morning is on education. You have the opportunity to attend the ADA Education Recognition Program Symposium. Topics this year include a discussion of innovative diabetes programs. Also, at 8 Saturday morning, you may want to consider attending the ADA Diabetes Care Symposium. The theme this year is new drug therapies, innovative management strategies, and novel drug targets. It's in the North Building of Moscone Center. That's room N134. The joint ADA JDRF Symposium is also scheduled for Saturday afternoon. The focus is on the changing presentation or face of type 1 diabetes, with topics including the shifting demographics, burden and presentation of diabetes in young people, as well as diagnosing diabetes in adults. That symposium will start at 4 Saturday afternoon. Well, I think you've seen in this program what an exciting meeting this is. Our congratulations go on to Dr. David D'Alessio and to all the members of the Scientific Sessions Meeting Planning Committee. We are so pleased to welcome Dr. D'Alessio to ADA Broadcast News today. This is, of course, a world-class meeting, but tell us, what goes into designing an education program like this?
The key thing really is preparation. You've got this huge calendar full of events, a lot of times interesting things going on simultaneously. You really, I think, have to make your plans early about what you absolutely want to see and make sure that you can get to those things. I always tell people to build in some breaks, build in some time for networks, but to make sure to get to the highlights, get to the Banting, get to the Lilly Award, and for sure get to the floor and see the posters. I think that's where a lot of the useful interactions go along. But when I talk to people coming to one of their first meetings, I always tell them, prepare carefully.
For people attending this meeting for the very first time, what advice do you have for them? How do they get the most out of this meeting?
Well, very important question, Katie. I mean, every year this meeting depends on a huge volunteer effort. Depends on people contributing their ideas to what makes a good symposium and helping us build the program. It depends on people taking the time to review 50, 60 abstracts and grade them so we can put the best stuff on the program. And then it depends on people who are tabbed to be speakers or to be chair of sessions to take the time, make the effort, and come out and help. It's very rewarding, but again, I always emphasize to people, if you liked the meeting and had a great time here, remember that when you get tabbed to help out, it's worth doing.
Thanks, Dr. D'Alessio. There is still much more ahead on ADA Broadcast News after you watch this.
Get ready to experience Invokana, available for over 1 year with more than 700,000 prescriptions to date. Preferred access for more than 100 million prospective patients. Experience Invokana. Visit booth 809 and learn more at invokanahcp.com.
Welcome to the American Diabetes Association's 74th Scientific Sessions. Here, among your colleagues who are sharing their recent work, you'll learn about the latest advancements in research and patient care. And after the conference, we're dedicated to keeping you connected with other professionals and providing you with education and resources that are only available from the American Diabetes Association. We invite you to join us with a professional membership to receive many exclusive benefits, such as the highest impact journals in diabetes research and care, clinical practice recommendations, the most trusted guidelines in clinical diabetes care, exclusive access to the ADA Professional Membership Directory, access to patient resources on proper nutrition and daily diabetes management. You'll also receive invaluable savings like $310 off your next Scientific Sessions meeting registration, equaling or exceeding the full cost of your membership. Free webcast access for Scientific Sessions attendees, discounts on all ADA journals and books, and a subscription to Diabetes Pro Quarterly, the association's insider newsletter, and so much more. Please visit us at the membership booth located in the North Lobby, street level, for information on the special Scientific Sessions offer, or join online at professional.diabetes.org/sessions.
Welcome back to ADA Broadcast News. Plan to visit the world's largest exposition of diabetes-related products, services, and technology while you're here in San Francisco.
More than 150 companies showcasing the newest and most innovative products and services available to healthcare professionals.
The exhibit hall will be open Saturday and Sunday from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon and from 10 until 2 Mondays.
While you're in the exhibit hall, drop by the ADA exhibit in booth 1031. That's where you'll learn about the latest clinical and patient resources available through your ADA. You can find out how you can join the millions in the movement to stop diabetes.
You're invited to pick up a copy of ADA professional journals and sign up for Diabetes Pro Smart Brief.
You'll also be able to check out online resources to help your patients better manage and prevent diabetes, and discover the ADA ebooks that are available for your e-reader.
That's the ADA exhibit booth, booth 1031 in the exhibit hall.
And there's really a lot to do in the exhibit hall.
Of course, you'll want to play Diabetes Pursuit.
Pick up an entry card on your way into the exhibit hall and have it stamped as you visit the various exhibits.
Yeah, get this. Each completed row, column, or diagonal earns you an entry in the daily drawing for an ADA prize pack.
And what a prize pack it is. The winner receives a 1-year professional membership, free registration for next year's Scientific Sessions in Boston, along with discounted hotel rooms. Then, for good measure, you'll get a copy of Sizzle and Smoke, ADA's newest grilling cookbook. 2
lucky winners will be drawn each day, Saturday through Monday at the ADA booth. Again, booth 1031 in the exhibit hall.
And they're back again this year, the popular poster session guided audio tours.
When you participate in one of these tours, you'll take a 50-minute tour of the poster hall led by a key opinion leader.
Researchers will share unique perspectives about their research, and the moderators will highlight novel or recent developments during the conversations.
Select posters from all abstract categories are included. Look for the headphone icon indicating the participating posters, but remember, space is limited, so arrive in the poster hall early if you want to participate.
And don't forget, Sunday is Wear Red to Stop Diabetes Day.
We want to give you plenty of time to make sure you have something red to wear on that special day.
I have some shopping to do, don't I? We're going to make it easy for you. Drop by the Shop Diabetes store and pick up a red shirt or a cap, a tie, I may need one of those, or ladies, that beautiful red scarf.
And you have other choices too, like a red tote, thermal lunch packs, cups, even the crowd favorite, the big red hand.
They have some great new book titles this year too, and even gifts and souvenirs you can take home to your family.
The Shop Diabetes store is located on ground floor of the North Building. It's open daily during scientific sessions. Once again, the scientific sessions will play host to a 5K at ADA Fun Run Walk, brought to you by Novo Nordisk.
It's a scenic run along the Embarcadero to AT&T Park, home of the San Francisco Giants. Start time Sunday morning, bright and early at 6:30.
Show your support by wearing one of these official 5K at ADA shirts. They're available in the Stop Diabetes store for $25.
But there's no charge to participate. Race packets are available at the Novo Nordisk booth in the exhibit hall. And by the way, information about return buses at the end of the racer walk, they can be found in your hotel lobby or pocket guide.
And speaking of races, have you seen the Ford Mustang NASCAR parked outside the poster hall?
Seen it? I wanted to drive it, but they wouldn't let me.
Like to have it?
Yeah.
Well, here you go, John. I have a little surprise for you. Not quite full size, but what a neat souvenir to take home.
Yeah, if I can't drive the real one, this looks like a lot of fun, too. The real car, of course, is number 16, driven by Ryan Reed, who hasn't let his type 1 diabetes prevent him from becoming one of the top drivers on the NASCAR circuit.
Yeah, this is a great gift, a great souvenir to take home. And by the way, Ryan Reed, the real Ryan Reed, the driver, will be at the car to meet and greet you at selective times Sunday and Monday.
In front of the real car. There's still more ahead on ADA Broadcast News.
But first, we invite you to watch these messages.
A1C Now Plus is back. From fingerstick to results in 5 minutes. Demonstrations daily at booth number 2424. Welcome back to ADA Broadcast News. We're pleased to welcome Dr. Robert Ratner. He's the Chief Scientific and Medical Officer of the ADA. This is a great meeting so far, Dr. Ratner. I wonder, though, from your perspective, is there anything in particular that you think attendees shouldn't miss?
Katie, there are a lot of exciting things that are going to be going on at the 74th Scientific Sessions of the American Diabetes Association. One of the tasks that we've taken on this year is to have debates on particular controversial areas. So all through the sessions, what you'll hear are debates about the role of glycemia in cardiovascular disease, the appropriate outcomes to be measured in clinical trials for neuropathy, whether or not the new blood pressure or lipid guidelines are appropriate for people with diabetes. Lots of important clinical decision making is going to be decided at this meeting.
The scientific sessions may be ADA's best known activity for the professional community, but I know ADA does so much more. What other programs and activities do you think the attendees need to know about?
We're doing a lot of ancillary programs with scientific sessions this year to try and address the needs of other communities. So that, for example, we have an all-day program on diabetes is primary for primary care providers here in the Bay Area all day on Saturday. In addition, we have a special program for fellows in training in endocrinology, both pediatrics and internal medicine, to introduce them to scientific sessions in the world of diabetes. We also have a scholars program in which we've brought close to 100 individuals from around the world to be exposed to scientific sessions, for them to be able to take information back to their native countries to spread the word about the appropriate diabetes care.
Thanks, Dr. Ratner. That's today's edition of ADA Broadcast News. Thanks for watching.
Remember, ADA Broadcast News is available in your room at many of the convention hotels, as well as on most of the shuttle buses serving the convention.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you again soon.
ADA Broadcast News has been brought to you in part by Cronus. For nearly 30 years, your trusted source in diabetes antibody test kits. Please visit us at booth 424.
Can you tell?
Can you tell?
Does it look like I'm fighting a disease?
Fighting.
Fighting.
Fighting for my life.
Like my life expectancy is shorter than yours?
There's no outward sign.
But we're battling every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Worrying, testing,
treating,
fighting diabetes.
Diabetes has been called a silent epidemic. It's time to call it out for what it is. Help us raise awareness, hope, and vital funding. Help us stop diabetes.